Hey there, it's Friday. That means it's time for your Friday real estate tip, and I'm Donna Cardenas with the Barbara and Donna real estate team out of Atlanta Communities, and today we're going to be talking about pricing. That is the third video in a 6-part series about pricing your home. So stick around and we'll get started. Welcome back, by the way. We're talking about pricing. And pricing and numbers kind of boring, but look, we're trying to get the most money we possibly can for you. So when you are pricing, the first thing that you want to do is take all the emotion out of it. This is not about the home that you have lived in for however long, that you've loved, that you've maybe had your children in. This is about the house that you're going to try to sell so that you can move on to the next stage of your life. So you want to get the most money that you can, and emotions just don't need to be a part of the picture. They mess things up. So to get the most money, the first thing that you want to do is pull all your competition, both the ones that are currently on the market, and go online and pull the homes that have sold. I almost forgot. One of the things that I wanted to mention to you is I always get the question, is now a good time to sell? Well, my answer is always unequivocally, yes, it is a good time to sell. Whenever you need to sell your home is a good time, because it really doesn't matter. Most people think spring is the best time, but just that, most people think spring is the best time. So you are one of numerous sellers that are on the market trying to get the most money that they can, and that's when all the buyers are at as well. So no matter when, whether you're a buyer or a seller, spring is a very competitive market time. So if you are trying to sell your house in the summer or in September, it's a great time because there's going to be buyers looking to buy your home at that point. Holidays is another good time. Typically during the Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Christmas time is an excellent time to sell. Those are typically people that are relocating to the area for jobs, and they're trying to do it if they've got kids in between school sessions, and so those are serious buyers and they need to get the job done and done quickly. So it's a great time to sell. So back to pricing. So again, pull all your competitions that's currently on the market. Start to do this process in advance, so as homes are, as agents are having open houses, you can visit those open houses and see how the insides compare. That's one thing that you have a hard time doing if you're looking at properties just online. The pictures either A, are not enough for you to get a good idea of what's going on, or they don't tell the true story. A good marketer can make anything look fantastic. So if you can actually physically get in the house, it's better. But that being said, as I mentioned, pull everything that's on the market and pull everything that has recently sold. I would say up to the last 90 days. That's a good time frame to compare and look at. Then create a flyer for yourself to market your home, and put your flyer in with the other properties that are on the market and that have sold. And kind of don't pay attention to what their list price or what their sold price is. Just look at the facts. Look at style of home, number of bedrooms, or is it a cul-de-sac? Is it a main street that the house is on? Is there something unusual about the house, or is it a fantastic house? Is it decorated great and shows really good? All of those things, compare that. How does your home compare to those? Because that's what a buyer is going to be doing. When they're out looking, they're going to be taking notes and comparing your home to the other ones that are on the market. And if you want your home to be the next one that sells, the one that they get excited about and write the offer, then aside from the staging and the preparing that we've talked about in the other two videos, you want to make sure that yours is priced accordingly. Now, speaking of numbers, you've heard, I'm sure, the old adage about pricing anything at a number that ends in a 9, because it makes it seem like yours is more appealing. When it comes to pricing a home, that's not always necessarily the best play to do, because when you go to search online, typically speaking, most people are going to search in sections. So they're going to search 4 to 5, or 450 to 550, or 450 to 5, or in sections like that, in ranges like that. So if they're searching, for example, 400 to 450, and your home is priced at $399, then you've just been left out of that search. But if you're priced right on point at $400, then you're going to be picked up no matter if they're searching 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. Your home is going to be included in that search, and that is your goal, is to get the most buyers that you can to see your home so that you can have the traffic. And it's that number game that creates the interest in your home and gets people to come and actually take a look at it. So same thing is if you are, that 350 number, you don't want to be at 349, you want to be right at 350 or 550, 750, that numbers like that. Then another thing that you would want to keep in mind is it's very tempting to go and pull some of the big websites that are out there, the Zillows, the Trillias, and take their number into consideration. But if you actually scroll down to the bottom of those pages, it will tell you how they come up with their numbers, and it will give you the percentage that they are incorrect. And the reason for that is they can only pull from public records. They don't have access to the information that actually tells the conditions of the home and any updates that the home has had done to it or hasn't had done to it. And so that's why a good real estate agent with the knowledge of the area can help you with that if you're going to list, or getting in the home yourself, in the competition's home yourself, to see what has been done. And with the sale numbers, you really want to be as accurate as possible, because the longer you sit on the market, if you think about it, when you are out looking, that's what you're going to be paying attention to, is how come this home hasn't been sold? What's wrong with it? And so the best opportunity that you have to get the most money that you possibly can is as close to the list date as possible. Within that first week to 2 weeks, if you can get an offer then you're going to get the most money that you possibly can. With that, we'll talk about in the next video about negotiating. But when you are pricing your home and you get an offer, if you get an offer within that first week to 2 weeks and it's vastly different from your asking price, I would strongly encourage you to counter it, because you never know who you're dealing with. They could not have any knowledge of the market and be really interested in buying the home. They could be just testing out the waters, and if you let that offer go, it could be a missed sale for you. So always counter it, and that's where that emotion, getting rid of your emotions, comes into play. If you get all frustrated and angry and take it personally, you could miss a sale. So don't do that. Counter with your best counter, and if you've just listed the price, there's nothing wrong with countering full price, but try to be flexible in that if you want the house to sell. So that is pretty much it. Just a recap is take your emotion out, look at your competition, compare your home to what is sold, and good luck.